I like you talking about me with my shirt on.
I know. Don't I seem like the president of the Ethan Hawke fan club right now?
It's fabulous.
But
You are such a gangster in the most positive way. Like, this girl is...
DCFilmGirl.com. Ethan and Julia, this is an honor. You two are two of my favorites. I'm obsessed with the Before trilogy, and Notting Hill is one of my favorite movies of all time. So
Thank you.
congratulations to the two of you on this film. I've seen it twice now, and your performances are incredible.
thank you. That's brave. Twice.
Oh, yes. But I think Amanda is just such a vibe. The way that you deliver her dialogue is just so iconic. Like, I just fucking hate people. I wish that, like, I wish I had your faith in people. And I love that your characters are a juxtaposition of each other, with Amanda being more skeptical and Clay being a little bit more relaxed about the situation. If you two found yourself in a similar situation, which character do you think you would be more like?
Julia would handle one of her superpowers is navigating space and people and making people feel comfortable and understanding what's actually happening. Because there's what's happening, and then there's what's actually happening. And Julia is very good at knowing all the wavelengths that are happening. So I wouldn't have to do much. I think Julia would handle it.
And I was going to say, I would
have her
want to be
back.
Rose. I would just want to get snacks and, put on the TV, watch some movies, wait for the dust to settle.
But I like their marriage was, and this was not to our credit, it's to the script's credit. It was very well drawn. I know couples that they really balance each other. One goes high, so the other goes low, and how they would be without each other, I don't know. Clay might not be so. He's definitely a certain way because he doesn't need to be another way. She needs help, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So they're a couple who's been together a while, and they have a role to play in that relationship.
No, I think so too. One of my favorite scenes in the film is with Amanda and GH dancing. That moment with you and Mahershala is so well done. They're dancing to Too Close. What are those music artists and songs that make you want to get up and dance and leave the world right now? Is it Taylor Swift?
Oh, I can do some boogie to Taylor Swift. I love dancing, so pretty much anything you put on, I will find a way to dance to it.
Love it. What about for you, Ethan?
Well,
Ethan loves dancing.
I love it. But if you put on the Jackson 5 or something like that, then it's pretty hard not to dance.
Yeah.
Well, I loved reading about when you first saw Julia Roberts on screen. You were filming White Fang in Alaska, and they all brought Pretty Woman for you to see and watch. Do you have a memory when you first saw Ethan on screen?
Well, it would have been Dead Poet Society, but I think that when Ethan became like...
I like you talking about me with my shirt on.
I know. Don't I seem like the president of the Ethan Hawke fan club right now?
It's fabulous.
But Reality Bites was one of those. I mean, Ethan and I are not the same age.
Yeah,
Let's
basically.
pretend we are. So that movie came out at a time when, as an audience member, you go to see it and you're like, I understand everyone in this movie. I relate to every aspect of someone in this movie, and it was just so fun to see. And he was, the cool guy who stuffed his boxer shorts in the girls' jean pockets so they could get washed without them knowing. Do you remember that?
It's easy. We are the same generation. We've been watching each other. Like, I was really proud of you with Aaron Brockovich.
Oh, thank you.
That was like, it was, not to be corny, but it's like, there's this really beautiful rose, and then it's in full bloom. It was like and I've seen it with several friends, where you watch them, oh wow, they're in total control. They're people go talented, they're promising, they're exciting, they're revelatory, and then they reach a point where they're in total control. And it's thrilling to watch it happen. And that was when I noticed that it had happened.
Just accept the compliment.
I don't even, it's like there's so much to it. I'm just absorbing.
Well, they are wrapping me. Again, congratulations to the two of you. And in the spirit of Notting Hill's 25th anniversary coming out next year, I'm just a girl sitting in front of two icons, hoping you enjoyed this interview today.
Well, we really did.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much, and congratulations. I love the film. You guys are
Well,
so
thank
great in
you.
it. Mahershala, Myha'la, so nice to meet you.
I
Congratulations.
like how that sounded.
Yes.
Nice.
We got the alliteration going
That sound
on
like
here.
one person.
It could be.
Right?
We could just
Right?
meld into one.
Yes, you're melding into one. Congratulations on this film. I've seen it twice, and you guys are absolutely fantastic in it.
Thank you.
I love the scene where GH is running from the plane. It
Yeah.
honestly reminded me of Cary Grant in North by Northwest. Take
Yes.
me back to filming that scene. Was Cary Grant in North by Northwest even ever like talked about with you and Sam?
I feel like Sam did mention it. I do. It was a little while ago though. But and as soon as you said it, it like brought me back to North by Northwest. But do you want to start with the hamstring pull or after?
What was it? How many times did you do that run
I
on
think
the
we
beach?
did it maybe like 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
Which I think Sam wanted to do it more, but I had a little bit of an issue that day. So we but we got through it. It was a blast. It was great shooting it. And all the stuff leading into that moment was equally interesting. Just the background artists on the ground playing people who I don't want to spoil the film, but it was pretty incredible just how they pulled off that entire day.
It's one of the most eerie scenes in the film. It's so well done. Well, I love the evolution of Ruth and Amanda's relationship and friendship throughout the film. What is it like to go head to head with Julia Roberts?
Amazing, beautiful, scary. I was, I mean, a huge honor and a privilege as well, like being with the legend. But the coolest thing about working with these guys is that like nobody juniorized me. There was like a level of respect from the very beginning, which gave me permission to and also inspired me to rise to the occasion. I really felt like we were giving it to each other. Nobody was like holding back or none of that, you know what I mean? And I was so appreciative of that, so grateful for that, and that allowed me to stretch and grow myself as well.
I have a hard time believing you need permission. You are such a gangster in the most positive way. Like this girl is.
Have you seen Bodies?
No, I have not seen Bodies.
Oh my God,
Bodies
it's
yet.
so good.
I have
It's
not.
one
I
of my
will.
favorites
But
last
like,
year.
no, she is. There's nothing that I see Myha'la as being afraid of. Like,
Well, that's
she's
very kind.
Aw.
incredible.
Well, another one of my favorite scenes is when GH and Amanda are dancing to Too Close.
Yeah.
You guys were totally vibing in that scene. What are those songs or artists that are making you want to get up and dance and leave the world behind right now?
I don't know if anyone wants me to. I don't know if anyone's making me want to get up and dance. There's a brother out of Toronto I quite like right now named Mustafa.
Yeah,
Who
good shout.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, like that's what I'm feeling right now. The tone, the vibe, it feels appropriate for the moment.
Yeah,
Right now.
great shout.
Yeah.
What about for you?
My Spotify Wrapped just told me that my most played, most favorite artist this year was Miss Victoria Monet. That song, "Oh My Mom, on My Hood." Yeah, I hope she wins every single Grammy
Yes.
she's been nominated for. But that makes me get up and move every time I hear it.
I need you guys to be in another film together. I feel like you guys are had so much fun together in this film, and I loved the father-daughter relationship, but for what other type of relationship would you want to play in a future project?
I will do anything with Mahershala.
Yeah,
Anything.
I would love to work with Myha'la again. Like really, no, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be down for anything. There's endless combinations, you know?
Of course. Maybe I could play your dad.
There you go. There you go. That would be, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
mess with time. And,
Why not? Oh, like a Benjamin Button sort of deal.
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
All
let's
right.
call Sam. He can direct and produce.
I bet you would love that.
Well, they are wrapping me again. Congratulations to the two of you. It was an honor to sit and chat with you today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Sam and Ramon, congratulations
Thank
on this
you.
film. I've seen it twice. I think it's absolutely epic.
Oh,
and I'm wearing blue because I noticed that Amanda wears a lot of blue.
She does.
And there's just a lot of blue in general. Even the Jeep is blue. Her wardrobe is blue.
The townhouse in the opening
The
scene.
townhouse in the
Yeah.
opening scene, I picked up on that, especially when I watched it again for the second time, and I was curious if that was on purpose and if that is supposed to mean that Amanda's character has like a little bit more intuition.
Oh, interesting. I mean, it definitely was on purpose. I think when we ever, my production designer, Anastasia White, and I, whenever we discuss the color palette, it's all about emotion and tone. And with Amanda, we specifically went, or really with that family, we specifically went with a cooler tone because of her outlook on the world and sort of,
Oh,
you know, well, I
interesting.
mean, all established by that line that she delivers right before we cut to the credits.
I fucking hate people. And then right to the opening credits. I was like, she is such a vibe. I was talking to Mahershala about the plane scene.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Cary Grant in North by Northwest.
That would not be an accident.
Okay, and I was like, did you guys talk about this? And he was like, I think they did, but I want to get the perspective from both of you because that's easily one of like the most eerie and chilling scenes in the film.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always viewed, look, Hitchcock is a huge influence of mine, obviously, goes without saying, and I've always viewed GH as a sort of Hitchcockian stereotype. I mean, I've pictured him as sort of this, like, sort of Cary Grant or Jimmy Stewart, where he's not like a superhero, he's not like 10 steps ahead, but he's like half a step ahead, and he's
Yeah.
like kind of clever enough to size up any situation. And that scene in particular, you know, it's really mostly on him, on Mahershala, and that's what I love about Hitchcock's films. It's really about the
good.
characters and the spectacle is kind of like pushed off in the distance, and that's what makes it so much more relatable to me.
Well, I picked up your book after I watched the film, and I'm on like chapter 6 or 7 right now. And I'm curious, I love that it was changed to Ruth being the daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, I know that I think that was, I don't know if that, I read in the production notes that was your idea, but I just want to talk about that collaboration effort to have Ruth be the daughter
Yeah.
versus having her be like, you know, an older couple, the wife in the film.
I mean, I think that in this process, you have to just trust that the expert is making choices that are in service of the demands of the medium. And I write books, and it's a different enterprise than establishing something on screen. And I feel like all of the distinctions between the two texts are right. Like, they make a lot of sense to me because they're about making the film work. And so it's sort of exciting for me to see my own work in this different way, you know, slightly
That's cool.
different way.
That's awesome. I feel like not a lot of authors would say that, and I feel like you guys had such a great collaborative effort here, which I
Look,
love.
we're in the same room.
Yeah,
You know,
That's true,
No, I
that's
think
true.
that's true. Like, really, no joke. I do think that's true, and I think that that's key for me, and that's like why I'm so fond of the finished work.
Yeah.
you know?
I also am obsessed with the Tesla scene. Also so scary and eerie. How did you get Tesla to sign off on doing that scene?
We didn't. I sort of wrote it in the script, and we
Wow.
brought a bunch of Teslas out in the street. We filmed it, we edited it, and I just hoped no one would ask questions.
Is Julia actually driving?
Julia is actually driving. She's in that
Wow.
car. Yeah, she's driving.
Oh my God, that's such an incredible scene. Well, they are wrapping me. Again, congratulations to the
Thank
two of you.
you.
And I have to say, my favorite scene is when GH and Amanda are dancing to Too Close. I'm
That's
like,
one of my favorites too.
oh,
yeah.
such a good moment. Thank you guys so much
Thank
for your
you.
time
much.
today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.